So now what we're going to do is we're going to walk through. We've talked about what are the best practices for course design, which is also called instructional design. In the next module, we're going to get into techniques for while you're in the course. But I'm going to now take you through 4 videos, and we're going to talk about how to set it up in a Moodle. Okay. It should be about 5 minutes a piece. Hopefully we get through everything. There might be an extra one. So when we log in, we get to what's first called the dashboard. Okay, and so hold on just a second, I'm starting something. And then what we do is we get to the dashboard, and we are looking at all the courses we are either a teacher in or a student in. Some of these obviously you don't see, but these are all the ones I've made and I have to build them. So we're in a demo course right now. So when you go into a blank course to start with, this is what it's going to look like. This general might not be here to begin with. It might be blank. For me, it comes up general sometimes and sometimes not. This top part up here, you will never be able to change. This is the breadcrumb line to be able to follow to get back to where you came from. These are the topic sections or topics or weeks, however you want to think about it. The announcement forum, which is something we've already kind of talked about. The announcement forum is basically everybody in the class is subscribed to it. So if you post something in the announcement forum, it emails out to everybody. And then they can come check it. You can attach things to it. So you can, if you've forgotten to give them a student something or whatever, you can give it to them there. So this is what it looks like. Now let's say you don't like topics, okay? So here's where we begin making this our own, is depending on how you do it, you just have to be consistent in how you're going to do it, is if we go into edit settings. Okay, these are the course settings on how things look. Please do not change this top part. If you want to type a description to the course, you can. When you scroll on down, there are, and I will put this in the references on changing the banner, so you can create a custom banner and put it in. So when you're on the dashboard, you saw it was that blue color, I believe, or purple. You can make it whatever you want. You can build an image that's a banner for you so that it can look nice. Then we have these down here. If you want to change appearance, you can. It's up to you. The really big one is this one. So when you click on this box, or sorry, this question mark, you see all the types of course formats you have. You can read through them and choose. Usually for the courses that we're talking about, you're going to only do a topics format or a weekly format. Weekly format will actually date it out for you once you say here's the start date, here's the end date, and it will create all the weeks for you. The topic date, you can create topics as you go. It by default gives you 4, and then you can build on top of that. So if you're a unit type person, you can go with topics. If you're a weekly type person, you can go with the week. It's up to you. The other part about your choices here is you can choose to show it on one page or show it one section per page, which gets a lot of pages. I would not recommend doing multiple sections per page, but you can. It's up to you. It just has to be consistent, and you have to let your students know that each section will be a different page, and you will have to show them how to get to that next page. This one here is the big one, where is with these sections, this you can hide what you're working on. So you won't get to see, as a student, everything that's in the course, and you can schedule when they open and when they close, all that kind of stuff, and you can make it so that they can see that there's a collapsed section there, or that it's invisible, so they wouldn't see it at all. So you can do it so that your sections open up one at a time, so it goes dink, 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 and then they see the new section, and they can't tell there's anything below. Or you can have it so they can see, hey, we've got this many units in the course, and it's really up to you how you want to do it. But again, you have to think it out, as in, do I want them to be able to go back to previous sections? Because if I hide it, they won't be able to see it at all. So you have to think through your process on how you want things to look. And you can go down here. I would not touch any of these down here unless we're doing some advanced type stuff. And that's the settings for the course. Okay, I'm leaving it in topics format like this. If you wanted to change it to weekly, So if we go back just to show you where everything was, here's the dates. You would change the dates to set up for your course, and then you would go down here and change it to a weekly format. And so when you change it to weekly, now it's going to give me weeks. Okay, and I will show you, let me just turn this on just so you can see what it looks like here. It says calculate the end date from the number of sections. You can do that if you want, or you can say this is the end date. So if you do that, and you click save and return. So here's what it did, is it calculated all the weeks, and so now you have all the weeks. Okay, so that's the first part about setting up your course, is deciding what you want it to look like. I'm going to stay in topic format because I'm a fan of topics format, because I can do more. I like to go via unit and unit material instead of by week. And that's simply because the subject areas I have taught in the past, I can't guarantee that you'll get through something on a time. So then the next part of this is, once we are set here, we will go to the cog wheel again, or the gear, and turn on editing. Okay, when we turn on editing, all these extra symbols come up, and that's where we start to have some fun. Okay, because now we can add stuff to sections, we can edit things that we have, and we can start changing things around. And that's where our next video is going to start off. All right, see you later.